Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to FM22. It's Youth Factory. We're on episode number 19. We are still preseason here. It's the second round of the Norwegian Cup. We're on the road, and it's a difficult matchup. We are favored to lose this one. We'll see if we can do better than that, though. Meanwhile, as the transfer deadline has now passed, we made a large number of deals as they went pretty close on that shot. 6 senior squad members out on loan. A couple of those are from the recent graduates out of the U19 squad, but the rest, beyond that, there's 17 in all if you do count the U19 squad. So we have 17 players out on loan this season, all of them for the entirety of the season. Ooh, Sephardi saving that one off the line as that had to keep a beat. Looked like it was heading for the bottom corner after maybe a bounce or two, but that was definitely heading in. New intake player, Fawole, is being taught to play the defensive mid role. He's still awkward at it right now, but he is hopefully going to fill in nicely in the position as they go pretty close there. And you can see we are definitely struggling in the early stages of this one. Is our cup run, our first ever cup run, going to end at just 2 matches? Well, we'll see if we can get beyond this. It is the next round of this competition where all the higher leagues enter the competition, and therefore I'm highly suspect that this would be the last round that we can get beyond. For now, though, we haven't gotten beyond anything as of yet. Norheim has picked up a knock. I'm not sure what that knock is, but at the half-hour mark, I think I'd rather take our chances on Acerod. I don't want any long-term injuries. It doesn't necessarily matter how we do in this cup, other than that it does come with a small amount of cash, of course, for getting through round by round, and that's nice, but not a necessity. It's not going to resolve our cash issues. Osby on a yellow. That looked offside, and the flag does raise. Lucky because that deflection was up and over top of the keeper and ended up in the back of the net. Pretty poor ratings at the moment. Bergam! Oh! That was pretty close. That was definitely pretty close. Halftime. 6-5 on the shots, but the XG very much heading their direction. Wow, that substitution just now happened of Acerod here as we begin the second half. I'm a little frustrated with how FM22 can be so absurdly slow, or not automatically confirming your substitutions as Sabani pushes that one away and makes the save on that one near post. That was definitely headed in. There's ripped down in the box, Jakobsen, and that is a penalty. Unlucky for them because Jakobsen was never getting near that one, but Lovas, against the run of play, puts that ball in the back of the net for us, and we lead 1-0. Wow. We are beyond fortunate. Bergam, I would love to get one as that one hits the upper side of the crossbar and comes back. And of course, with the penalty, we now have enough XG. We've only managed to get 1 shot on target this entire game. Al, 6.4 rating. Maybe it's time to bring in Ostentio. He's not looking too happy either. Oh, wow. How did he miss that one? We are so fortunate that he did. A lot of yellow cards. Lavas might have been offside. Flag is raised. Okay, well, I feel better because that was a goal that was well-deserved. Just correctly offside. So, makes up slightly for the penalty. But of course, he's never in that position if he's not offside, is he? Therefore, what's deserved about it? Nothing. Fawole, losing the ball, but fortunately we recover. Bergam, Lovas. That was a better chance. That was not a good take. Gillo on yellow is more dangerous than Ostby on yellow. Let's see if we can. What do we have? Edervek. Time. Time is now of the essence. That's offside. Where's the flag? No flag? No flag? Are you kidding me? He was standing there. Was he not? Was he not standing in the offside position the whole time? He is standing there. He is standing there. He is offside. He was offside. He was off the back shoulder the entire time. I don't see how this is something we've missed. He is standing off the shoulder, but Jakobsen played him on. Jakobsen has played him onside. Sabani makes a decent save there, and we are definitely in trouble because our goal was only aided by a penalty. And we are being outplayed at every turn at the moment. Ostby getting pretty tired. I hate to take him off, but we may have to. Otherwise, he could get that second yellow and get sent off. Oh, how did that not go in? Wow, we are so fortunate right now. They are absolutely killing us. We need to get I'm afraid to get more defensive because that's going to invite them to attack even more. And there's nothing to hang on to. It's, we're already out of a winning position. Savarede heads that away, but Ostby cannot recover the header. Ostby, nice. Brave tackle right there. And that's out for a corner. We've only used one sub, have we not? Where's my confirmed changes? Stupid confirmed changes. 2 changes that I made half an hour ago finally are just now completed, and Fawole is now hurt. Lavas was offside. Well offside. We get called for it. But then again, Jakobsen played that guy on. And that's going to take us to extra time. Wow, we've done nothing since the goal. Alright. No extra time subs. Thought I remembered the rules saying that, but that might have been for my Journeyman series that is allowed and not here in the Youth Factory series. Alright, well, playing positive isn't helping us. Let's go ahead and at least go a little bit cautious. No subs that I could make, so nothing that I can do to change things. Now we just gotta hope that we can snatch a goal. Fawole, nice pass. Bergam over the top. Astencio! Oh, needs to do better there. That is literally the best chance we've had. We have to ignore that. We let up. They're gonna score. Calzi, Astencio, that's blocked. Extra time, halftime. Stub toe for Fawole, so it's not bad. No subs that I can make, so we are stuck. We are stuck with what we have. Savarede establishes possession. We have a corner kick here, 108th minute. That one's going nowhere. Poor choice on the ball. Acerod, Ostby, Calzi, Astencio inside. Nice turn. Gets to the outside. Looking for a cross. Nobody there. Poor pass. Bergam, free kick. Wasted. Less than 10 minutes to play. Bergam, another free kick. Hits the wall. Savarede finds Bergam, lays it off for Ostby. And we play it backwards. 4 minutes, 3 minutes. Offside. Flag is raised. Penalties. Just like that, we skip right to penalties. Okay, Lavas. Lavas is good. Why don't we have finishing? Wow, penalties. It comes down to penalties, and Ostby blasts the first one nowhere near the target. He missed by a country mile, but we make a save. Sabani keeps it level. Wow, that was huge. Bergam steps up and gets that one in the bottom corner, and we lead. Oh, another save! Wow. Sabani is single-handedly trying to carry us through. Calzi makes it too, and we are in a great position now. They have to score to have any shot, and they hit the post. This could do it right here. One more will seal this thing, as that hit the outside edge of the post, came out, 2 saves and a miss, and we're now 1 away. Lovas to win it, right down the middle, comfortable, calm, confident, and we move on. Wow, we got our butts kicked throughout that game. A penalty, maybe a little fortunate on that penalty, and maybe a little fortunate, no fortune in the shootout. That was straight up brilliancy by Sabani to come up with 2 saves, and then they were a little unfortunate on the miss, but at that point we were already up 2. And we enter our season opener. So the season finally ready to get underway. Same 11 that I had out for the last one, which is a couple weeks back now. We're into that 3rd round. The 3rd round is going to be a difficult matchup. I've already seen the draw for it, but we'll get back to that later. For now, the league just kicking off the early game, the only one to be played. Otherwise, we are on the opening day of the season, the opening round of the championship, and we are now picked to be avoiding relegation. That's how much of a step apparently there is from the last division to this division. Of course, we weren't quite strong enough to be winning that division. We just happened to just barely get the job done over at least one significantly better team. Today, though, this is one of the weaker sides that we're going to face in the league, and as a result, we do at least have the tag of being the favorite today, as Calzi gets a nice shot off there, but it was blocked. Got through the first phase, but not the second phase of defenders on its way towards goal. Just 9 minutes played. So far, we've been in control of this one. Bergam looked like he was trying to draw a foul, but when no contact came, he played the ball back. Not finding the space. They are definitely parking the bus against us so far. Bergam! Fawole! Goes close. Fawole is beginning to grow accustomed to the position after a couple more weeks of training. Bergam gets back, draws back to that one just onside, I think, as he was coming back from an offside position, potentially. But then he gets onto the end of that. Oh, he was not retreating back, but he was played on. One of their defenders was pretty much guarding near post, leaving him in an onside position. Only just. He was wide open at that far post. That's why we targeted him. The cross wasn't necessarily that great, but he gets onto the end of it anyway, puts it in the back of the net, and it's 1-0. One of their players already on a yellow card inside 14 minutes played. Offside. Offside. For a second, I thought they were calling that a penalty. I was like, what did he do? Sabani, the hero of that second round of the cup, not looking so great there as he gives that one away. Very much against the design of our tactic. Lavas finds some space. Nice retreat after he ran out of sideline there. That extra defender that is the sideline, pulling him back. Bergam, not sure why he pulled back on that, but he does. Ostby finds Norheim Cham, lays it off for Bergam, and he puts that one in the back of the net, upper corner, and it's 2. Okay, now that our game, this individual game, is beginning to look comfortable, it's time to discuss the plans going forward. Like I said, I was going to wait till the next season to bring it up again. We're now into the next season, and here is where things stand. They say we're in for a relegation battle. I can tell you that's not going to be the case. We are going to be more comfortable than that, but as we already saw with really our last 2 divisions, as we had a close contest for the title, in the previous one, but it was really down to just 2 teams. But then last season, it was much closer at the top. And an incredible run was the only thing that did just enough for us to get our fifth straight promotion. Now we've gone from a favorite who just squeezed it out as Lavos makes it 3. We go from just squeezing it out to, I think we'll still be on the upper end, but it's clear. It's clear from the drop in the media confidence that contest, it's just going to get tighter and tighter and tighter. And we already went through the transfer window. Not only did we not sell any players to make up some of the financial losses that we have, but we didn't even have a single offer. Now, we did end up loaning out 14 players to help us develop them slightly, but in-house, we still have training facilities of 1. In-house, we still have a stadium of 100. And in-house, we still have a serious financial situation. We're already more than $500,000 in debt again. We've already picked up a loan that's furthering our financial damage that we're taking on. And our income is not rising in any way, shape, or form. Other than a few $100s made in the cup that we're now involved in. But that's it. So financially, our situation is actually getting continually worse and not stabilizing in any way, shape, or form. Now, there's the possibility that a takeover could happen, but that's a shot in the dark. We have no idea if or when something like that might happen. He'd be really unlucky to get a card here, and he does. Jakobsen gets carded for just going up for a simple challenge. You want to call a foul on him? I guess. I mean, if he caught the guy a little bit, but that was a 50-50 challenge. Where is that a card worthy? Last time out, that was offside. Last time out, we took that vote, and while it wasn't a 50% majority, more people than any other option picked that we should do nothing in the meantime, sit on it, and continue to suffer the financial damage that we're facing. But in the comments section, I think there was a couple pretty good proposals that, at least for me, are gaining traction. So we're going to have another vote. At the time that this video comes out, I'm putting up another vote. Is still the possibility of do nothing and hope that there's some sort of takeover or something to set us up. Long term, hope, pray, expect that something will sort itself out eventually. So that's still on the table. That's definitely still an option. Do nothing, still option number 1. Option number 2, cash. Not the large amount of cash, though actually that did have a decent amount of voters, but just a small amount of cash. And I'm going to round that one, going to kind of summarize the options we did have. We're going to call that $5 million. So $5 million in cash. Wow, we are having a heck of a day here right now. I think if I keep managing, game by game and not quick simming it all, we might be able to keep on climbing that ladder. But again, this is about the weakest team in the league. Second option, though, just go straight to the source of what it is we need doing, and to a minimalist standard. So the first of those options is a minor upgrade to the training facilities. As in, +2. We intentionally pushed the training facilities from a 1 to a 3. Just that tiny hint. Oh, come on. Norheim. That's silly. Why'd you go down there? It's already 5-0 for one thing. Okay, let's see what kind of changes we can make to the side to allow some players to come in. For one thing, let's get Jakobsen out of there as he's on a yellow. So, Intervec coming in. The other option is the stadium. Impact the ability to bring in money, but not guarantee anything. Increase the stadium size. Now, I did the math, and currently, what we spend, a stadium with 2,000 people sitting in it would break even. One thing I didn't think about in doing that math, though, is a stadium of 2,000 is going to cost us more money than a stadium of 100 by a fair margin. There's no guarantee that we would fill 2,000 seats in a stadium if we suddenly had a stadium that large anyway. So what I'm going to set is a stadium of 2,500. The extra seats are going to be probably just enough to overcome the extra cost of the stadium itself. But again, who's going to say that we're actually going to get there? Now, we sell out 100. But does that mean we're going to sell out 2,500? Not at all. Are we going to have 200 people show up? Are we going to have 300 people show up? Are we going to have 1,500 or 2,000? Or will we continue to sell out? Based on what I've seen, we shouldn't be selling out. We probably will not be selling out. But it would help down the road. And as we continue to get better and as we continue to build reputation, more and more people will eventually show up. So it's just giving the foothold to at least have an outlet in the finances. Doesn't resolve anything, but it sets up that chance. I think that's probably the idea that I would vote for myself of the options, is the increase in stadium size. But those are going to be the 4 choices. Do nothing, 5 million cash, training facilities from a 1 up to a 3, or the stadium from 100 up to 2,500, with no further room for growth in the stadium, no alteration to the stadium condition or anything like that, just 2,500 seats with expansion maxed at 2,500, meaning that's all the stadium can handle. Now, of course, opening the season with our biggest win in at least a couple of years is not exactly a good indicator that we need help. It suggests, we'll be just fine. Why don't we go ahead and push forward a half dozen matches and see if we need some sort of help or not. Because if we get 7 wins from 7 matches played, I think I might be switching my vote to, we're fine. We'll figure it out. We'll deal with it. Let it be. But if we do show signs of struggling, if we are lower mid-table, then we could see that A, yes, we have stalled out at this level, and B, our finances are going to continue to just get worse and worse and worse and worse with no fix in sight. Looking at a league comparison, you can see why we are struggling so far in the league. We'll come to how much we're struggling in a little bit, but you can see overall we're fairly average. Yes, we are more aggressive. We're the most aggressive team in the league, and that helps. We have a high work rate, high team and leadership. I mean, that combination allows us to be a little more aggressive. Goalkeeping wise, below in every category, the lowest in handling. Defense is just about okay, but certainly not great. Midfield, good at tackling, helping to recover that ball, but otherwise below in almost every stat. Attacking, mixed, almost average overall. Physicals, slightly below average as a team. Mentally, we have a couple strong suits. We're brave, we're aggressive, our work rate's high. Technical, You got to say average. So we now find ourselves at a level where we are a very average team. Preseason prediction had us 8th. We currently sit 6th. We've only played 5, but that's because we have the cup ongoing as well. So we've played 4 more league matches, 3 wins, a draw, a loss. We're certainly not bad. We're not in a terrible place by any means. But right now, the league leader is Ranheim 3. Our next match, on the road at Ranheim. As in Ranheim 1. As in the league leaders of the second division, the second tier in Norway. So the team that is likely headed to the elites here in the top division. So, okay, we're probably going to get blown out in our next one and get knocked out of the cup, but it is the 4th round, which is already a bit further than I expected to get this season. Now, the good news so far is between that 3rd round and our soon-to-come 4th round is it actually has helped with our finances. At least, break even over the last month. Good news before we start the match is that Fawole has not only already established a partnership with Ostby out on the pitch, which is obviously helpful. Those two play well together. But Fawole has also already figured out that defensive mid position. Now, I knew it wouldn't take him long, being that he was already center mid, attacking mid, and center back, and that it fell right down the line in how that would pan out. But look at how good he is. I mean, ball-winning midfielder, 4.5 star, defensive midfielder, 4 star. I mean, we might even actually give him that ball-winning midfielder role on the individual basis, as that is his strong suit now that he's got that. So we might be adjusting that in the near future. But this is a fantastic start because it only took him a half dozen matches, 6-7 matches to sort that out. I mean, yeah, six starts and 1 appearance off the bench, and he's playing well. I mean, wow. Already had his 16th birthday. All right, so we are on the road for this one. They definitely have a larger stadium, larger crowd than we do. I was checking the rules, and I don't know if there is a contribution requirement. I know there is in the UK. I know that if you are in the cup and you're drawn as the road team, I think it's something like 40% of ticket sales go to the visitor, which means it's often better when you play against the big boys, the top divisions. It's better to be drawn on the road because, they can go and you end up getting tens of thousands. Whereas if you played at home and filled every last seat in your stadium, you're only bringing in, 1 or 2,000 because you have a small stadium and you're just not going to have a big enough crowd. They go in with a half-empty stadium, and it still makes you a ton of money because it's still a significantly larger crowd than what you would have had. As we go down 1-0 here in the 17th minute, Ostby has already picked up an injury, which is devastating because what could we do, right? It's our best player. I'm going to have to bring on Peña in his place. We can't afford Ostby, the one player who might be semi-capable of hanging with these guys today. That was offside. But yeah, that's really worrying that we're already down our best player. Hopefully he does not have anything long-term. That's just a little minor knock. Well, we've made it half an hour, only giving up 1 goal. If the final were 3-0, that actually might not be a terrible result. 3-0 might be pretty tolerable. So if we can go each half-hour stretch with just one goal given up, especially without Ostby, that might be a pretty tolerable thing. Sabani's going to have himself a good rating if he keeps this up. Defense midfield around him, though, not so much. Oh wow. Severity gets the little interception, but immediately puts it right back on the foot of their striker. And then Sabani can't make the save, but it was just over. So lucky there. Nice through ball. Norheim Cham inside Lavas. Takes a poor choice on the shot. He had near post open. He went far post where the defender who was on him was recovering towards and ends up getting the block in. Ooh, Bergam, bad foul. Yellow card, definitely. And yes, he's sitting on a yellow. We've made it to halftime down 1-0. Their XG right about where it should be. We have a little bit of XG, but yeah, hanging in there against a team 2 tiers above us and leading that league. Tactical adjustment to start the second half. We're going to go and try to overload the midfield a little bit. So Bergam on his yellow card and really struggling on the day has been subbed off. Lavas now has to play on top alone. Our chances of getting a goal are decreased with that, obviously. But his replacement, Strand Itervik comes in as a 5th midfielder. So 3 in the center, plus a defensive mid, plus a left and right mid. Oh, that ball. Are you kidding me? How does that go in? That ball was clearly destined for woodwork and bouncing out. I don't know how that one went in. So unlucky. So unlucky. Yeah, that hits the crossbar and somehow goes in. I never get those to go in. Ever. Nice interception by Pena. Pena takes the space. Give it to him. Over the top for Lavas. Lavas! Can he get one back? Oh, keeper didn't even have to. That one just hit the keeper. I don't think the keeper even moved his arm. It hit his forearm or something like that, but it was just based on where he was. He didn't even react. Ay, ay, ay. Uh-oh, dangerous one there. Just over. Okay, subs. Fawoli is struggling, but I don't have a backup for him. Gillo on a yellow and a 6.3 rating. Let's bring on Langvend. Pena is through, and he misses. Gosh, we've had 2 good, solid, clear chances and no goals. It's going to boost the XG, but it certainly isn't going to boost my morale. Norheim Cham. Inside. Fwole Lovas! We got one. Wow. We are almost hanging with these guys. Tactically, we're hanging with them. They are a much better team. Now, of course, based on the division, this isn't going to be all their top players. Guaranteed. They're playing a 1.5, an A-, B+ kind of squad, if not a B squad, like a proper B squad. You often see that down here. So we're not playing their best. We're playing their guys who probably are only slightly above this level. And they get a third. That one took a deflection on its way in. No reaction from Sabani. I don't think he can see anything here. Dangerous free kick. And yes, that does take a deflection right in front of goal. And Sabani, no movement. This isn't what's offside. It's here. And it wasn't off. It was definitely on. So, we at least earned ourselves a goal, but they are clearly the better team. And again, like I said, I don't think they're playing necessarily their A squad in this match. Jakobsen 6.0 rating. We are going to have to do some criticism of players after this one to help them develop. A couple guys anyway deserving of that. I don't have any more defenders to sub Jakobsen off. Nice ball through for Lavas. Another chance, and he pushes it just wide. No subs left. 1.74 is all the XG they've mustered. The 3 goals, at least the 3rd goal, a little fortunate for them. We've played pretty well. Of course, a partial parking of the bus is part of the reason for that. I did say 3 goals. 3 goals would be a good deserved result, and that's exactly what we're on as long as they don't grab a 4th here. And in terms of XG, they certainly don't deserve another. Ooh, We nearly got another. Sabani makes a good save on that one. Sabani does have a good rating despite 3 goals being allowed in. Final minute of stoppage time. This is just about going to do it. This is going to end our cup run as well. My only concern is Ostby and whether he is injured. I'm really happy that we've managed to grab a goal, and it was deserved. First half, we certainly didn't look like scoring, but second half, we did enough. We did enough. Overloading the midfield allowed us to find a little more space, find a little more creativity, find a little more possession, and 0.97 XG right there to get that goal that was earned, that was deserved. For them, though, XG just above 2. We probably should have had 2. But look at it, 28 shots and 15 on target. Yeah, 3 feels just about right. Scary thing is, you know that was not their regular first 11. How many players did they, go down, play down to allow on young players? How far down the roster did they dip for that one? The depth chart? I don't know. Hopefully not too low. Hopefully not too low. Otherwise, it's quite clear now that, at least in the short term, we are right where we belong in the 4th tier. Ostby, just a bruise shin. He'll be fine. Our next match, though, on the road at the 2nd place team in the league. Not going to be an easy one. But again, I think we're now destined to stay at this level, at least for a little while. That being said, we've already talked about what is to come. We're out of the cup. Finances are a little bit better off with the cup runs, but are we going to get this far every season if we're stalled out at this level? Probably not. Probably not. Are we still an okay team? Absolutely. Are we going to stay here forever? No. Are we going to develop? A little. But without something, I think we could stall out here for a good long while. And that's worrying. That's worrying. I do feel that something is in order. Do you agree, though? Make sure you find the vote and get involved. Again, 4 options. Do nothing. 5 million in cash. Push the training facilities up from a level 1 to a level 3, which is next to nothing, but might get just a little more development of players so that we can organically get out of the level, or provide cash as it comes. Increase the stadium size to 2,500. That's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.